Mandar, wherein we are talking about, let's say, in terms of the social media reach, how do you kind of optimize that with ads as well as, the collaborations with the different influencers? How do you kind of manage that? How do you design your campaigns with them? So, a little bit about that, if you can elaborate.
So how we can, I mean, I'd say obviously first is procuring the content, right? So without having content from influencers, you cannot amplify your social media reach, right? So one short way of amplifying your social media reach is obviously using influencer marketing, getting them to post the content on their profiles, tagging us, right? That will help us to increase our reach of our content, right? Second is uh, you know uh, is consistency in terms of creating content, right? So there should be a proper cadence. Let's say if you have a YouTube channel, then there should be a proper cadence saying that, on Tuesday and Thursday I'm going to post, or Tuesday or Saturday I'm going to post content on YouTube, and all of my subscribers will get notified, and that's how the content is going to reach to a wider range, because they will expect that content to come in at that time, right? So you need to post with a proper consistency, right? Third thing in terms of increasing reach is, I'd say it's not an and or an or, it's an and, which means be present across all the social media platforms, and even be experimenting on newer platforms that launch. So, for example, let's say on Threads, which was launched recently by Meta. So, create a profile and explore and
Mhm.
see how you'll get higher reach there, right? So,
Look at the newer platforms because I think
so
going
be
forward, the
present on
platforms
all. Yeah. Then
platforms which are coming up, they are obviously being more granular, like they'll be of a specific group of people or a kind
yeah,
of a
like
small
Indian led
community of
social media
enthusiasts. Yeah.
platforms. या इंडियन लेड सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म्स है, मोज है, चिंगारी है, ये सब obviously they are competing with the big guys and they're finding it difficult to compete. But let's say in tier 2, tier 3 towns, if your audience is there, right, platforms such as Moj, which have a lot of vernacular content, then
Hmm.
your content should go on those platforms, right? So again,
Hmm.
depends on the audience, but be open to explore different platforms which are available and create content across different platforms, right? So that is thing. Your second question was, I think, what are common mistakes to
Some
avoid?
mistakes, yeah, that you can do on social media because what happens is as like marketers or like an emerging entrepreneur, you kind of then go with the trend कि सब लोग ये करे तो यही करो format and all that. So kind of आप भीड़ चाल में हो जाते हो, like you're not something original, you're not doing on your own or thinking in that perspective,
हाँ,
like you're just looking at
मतलब
other ways. So how do you kind of avoid these
अभी
kind
अभी
of
चल रहा है ना,
mistakes? Yeah.
एआई का ट्रेंड चल रहा है, तो
Hmm.
सब इन्फ्लुएंसर्स पहले पर्सनल फाइनेंस के बारे में बात कर रहे थे, अभी
Hmm.
एआई आ गया तो सब लोग एआई के बारे में बात करना चालू कर रहे हैं, राइट?
That's
सो
right.
obviously you should focus on your strength and not
Hmm.
like, I'd say stay in your lane rather than focus in doing something. So if social media is not your forte,
Hmm.
then you find the right partner to do social media for you. Second, I said in terms of common mistakes is trying to do it in house versus outsource. If you don't have
Hmm.
expertise, outsource it. If you don't have the capital, because it's capital intensive, right? Social media content creation, then hire
Yes, yes.
interns to get the content done, right? Second, I would say common mistake is lack of consistency in terms of whether it's following the brand guidelines, the font usage, color tones, etc. Right? So I mean, social media is a brand building channel or a community building channel, and that happens over a period of time. So if you're not consistent in terms of uh, your brand, it will speak 10 different things to 10 different people, right? So that's
That's right.
second thing is, final thing in terms of common mistakes is uh, people just don't start. Like, I mean, they feel that every piece of content should be of high quality content, and that's not what the expectation of your audience is. They are
Hmm.
actually looking for relevant content as opposed to high quality content or high production value content. So I'd say go for I mean, if you have the bandwidth, go for quantity, learn from that, and then go for quality content in whatever
That's
form
right.
for you. So
This
these are the
is a very important point you've made, which I've noticed that somewhere or the other, like even the startup, entrepreneurs, they would be so much within that कि हाँ ये post में ये quality, like they'll take the quality that they maintain, say in the manufacturing and other things into social media, where I feel, and you don't have any say reach also at that point of time. So you kind of get stuck in that, oh we'll make these perfect 3 4 posts or whatever, puts too much time into those, and
uh,
then you're not getting, like I feel somewhere or the other you have to play a quality game, I'm sorry, a quantity game, and then you like look at, because you learn so many things. If you're just stuck
yeah.
in that thing wherein एक ही चीज मुझे बहुत अच्छी, पहली बात तो आपका इतना एक्सपर्टीज ही नहीं, बिकॉज आपने इतने बनाया ही नहीं है, राइट, इन टर्म्स ऑफ कंटेंट और द वे इज
मैं,
डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड, या
yeah, correct. You're absolutely right. But वही so I mean, what I'll say is, uh, अगर पैसे है तो अच्छा क्वालिटी प्रोडक्शन वैल्यू में इन्वेस्ट करो. अगर पैसे नहीं, if you don't have the budget, try to get as much as content as out as possible, and let the market tell you what's working, what's not working, and then
That's
focus.
right. You cannot sit by being a consumer of lot and think you're an expert in that, right?
Yeah,
That even the biggest content creators are not. They are like learning new things. You're seeing different kind of formats, different ways
yeah,
how the videos are made, different kind of editing and all. So it's just on the job, I think, kind of have a plan in place where a certain amount of posts have to go, in terms of, it's all pre-planned in terms of, what is the format and all, and try to kind of just execute at a level at a time, and then learn from that, and then you will also get smarter, not only the marketing person but the entrepreneur as well.
exactly.